He was born into slavery in Virginia around 1799. He never learned to read or write, and he sued the United States government all the way up to the Supreme Court. His name was Dred Scott, and what the Supreme Court did in his case in 1857 was the worst decision in the history of American law. He was owned by an army doctor in Illinois, a free state, and in Wisconsin Territory, where slavery was prohibited by the Missouri Compromise. The law for decades was a person who lived on free soil was a free person. Scott had lived on free soil for years. He met and married his wife Harriet on free soil. They had 2 daughters. He believed the law was on his side. He was right. But the Supreme Court upheld opinion and not law. In 1846, Dred Scott filed a petition for freedom in a Missouri court. His wife, Harriet Scott, filed her own separate petition the same day. Her name has been almost entirely erased from the story of this case. She was fighting for her and their daughter's freedom with the same courage as her husband. They waited 11 years for a decision to tell them whether they were human beings or chattel property. In 1857, the Supreme Court gave its answer, 7 justices to 2. Chief Justice Roger Taney wrote the opinion, the most explicitly racist judicial opinion in the history of the United States Supreme Court. Taney ruled that Black people, free or enslaved, were not citizens of the United States, never had been and never would be citizens, and had no right to bring a case before any federal court. He wrote that Black Americans had no rights, which the white man was bound to respect. It declared the Missouri Compromise unconstitutional, meaning slaveholders could bring enslaved people into any territory in the country, and the federal government could do nothing to stop it. The Supreme Court declared 4 million Black people permanent non-citizens with no legal or human rights, and opened the entire country to slavery. Dred Scott was freed weeks after the decision by his new owner, who had abolitionist connections. He worked as a hotel porter in St. Louis and died of tuberculosis in 1858. He lived just over a year as a free man. Harriet Scott died in 1876. She lived to see slavery abolished and the decision that denied her humanity overturned. The Dred Scott decision made Abraham Lincoln's election possible and Civil War inevitable. It was overturned 11 years later by the 14th Amendment, which legally erased the Supreme Court's opinion and declared all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. Dred and Harriet filed suit because they believed that they were among those that had rights, that courts were bound to protect. His name was Dred Scott. Her name was Harriet Scott, and now you know both of them.